of an introvert is a person who prefers calm and less stimulating environments.
Hey guys, it's Trisha again, and today's video is gonna be about me talking about my mental health and being an introvert. It's not fun at all. So first of all, an introvert is a person who prefers, please don't forget the word prefers, calm and less stimulating environments. An introvert is not shy. Just because I'm an introvert doesn't mean I'm shy or that I'm quiet. I promise I'm not quiet. I can talk for hours. But the difference between an introvert and an extrovert is that as an introvert, I need time for myself after a long day. I don't get energy from socializing. I lose energy. That's the difference. But extroverts apparently they get a lot of energy from socializing and going to parties, and okay, good for you. We love to see it. Could never be me, but we stand. Anyways, I never knew that I'm an introvert. I always thought I'm an extrovert. I used to think that I love outings and I love going to parties and I love gatherings, concerts. And I used to really want to attend such things, you know? But I really don't. So I just started thinking, you know? And I just sat down and I really thought about myself. I used to think I'm an extrovert. And then I changed. I was like, no, maybe I'm an ambivert, because sometimes I'm an introvert, sometimes I'm an extrovert. I'm not. I'm an introvert. And I don't like, personally, I don't like parties. I don't like going out with many people. I don't even like people. I don't like people at all. I like very few people. And the people that I like, I get tired of them as well, and I'm like, guys, shut up. Or I run away from them and I stay in my room, and my mama gets angry. She's like, Trisha, why are you in your room? And I'm like, Mama, I need to breathe. I really tire my mom a lot. But yeah, so I'm an introvert, and it's really hard for me because I have to deal with anxiety, and I also have to deal with being an introvert, and I also have to deal with my other mental illnesses, which I don't know if I should mention them or if I should just keep to myself, because I don't think I'm ready to even accept them. So when it comes to my family, I have a very social family, and my parents love people. My brother loves people, you know. Not really sure about my sister. She is very sketchy. Does she like people? Does she not? But she talks to a lot of people, but I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, so majority of my family members are very social, and that means I have to entertain people sometimes on their behalf, because they're very welcoming people. So if they're not there, it means I have to entertain them because they think they're always welcome here. I'm so nice. So sometimes we have guests over and I can't run away because maybe my mom is not there and I'm the only one who's there, and I have to be the responsible one, and I have to be like, yeah. So I have to talk a lot, otherwise I'll seem rude. So to cover up my talking, I usually smile. I'll be like I have this wide smile, and I usually think it's helping, but it's not. It's just making things more and more awkward. I don't know why I do that, honestly. I don't. So yeah, we usually have guests over. Sometimes my parents have parties, they have gatherings and all, and I have to socialize because that's what normal human beings do. Socialize. Don't be rude, Trisha. And I do it. I always do it. But then forcing myself to have energy when I don't have energy usually messes up with my mental health. So when I socialize for a whole week with no rest at all, unless I'm sleeping, it messes up my mental health, and I tend to get in this really deep, I get into a really deep, I don't know, bad place, and it's really not good for me. And most of the times I don't realize it. I just keep on doing it. I keep on doing it, especially now that I work. It makes me not have time to be in my room at all. So unless he's out, and if he's out, it means I have to be with my sister's baby and all, and I have to spend time with her. I love babies. I always have to be with her unless I run away from her. And when I run away from her, she comes back. She's like, Dada! And I'm like, oh my god, I can't run away from you. So I just have to keep on being around people, and it's like a circle. I try to be by myself, but I have to come back, and I never get that time, you know. So it just brings me to this really bad place that I don't even know how to explain it. It's really bad. I get in bad moods. I get in really I get so much anxiety, like it's really not fun. My thoughts are usually all over the place during that time, and it's not even cute, honestly. And most of the times my mom and my family, actually, they tend to think that I have maybe anger issues or I'm very moody. But yeah, okay, sometimes maybe I'm moody, but most of the times if I actually take care of my introvertness and I have some time to myself every day, then I think I can control it, you know. Like, I can control my moods. But if I don't get time to myself, I'm not able. They go reckless. They're very reckless, and I snap. Those are usually the moments that I snap. And when I snap, it's not good because I can end up snapping in front of my parents, and it's not cute at all because they'll say something and I'll shout and it's really not cute, you know. So what usually helps me is being alone. So I usually once I notice that I'm getting into that bad state, I just take a step back and I make sure, and I'm really proud of that, you know. I'm actually so proud of myself that I notice these things now, because I never used to notice, but now I notice. So I take a step back and I go low and I keep quiet. I just stay in my room. And sometimes people think, so most of the times they think I'm rude or something, but I'm really not. And it's just that I'm trying to recollect my thoughts, and those are the times when I start meditating again, and I start journaling to keep my thoughts in the right, should I say right order, because my thoughts are usually all over the place during that time. So I go crazy and I get too much anxiety, and it's just really, really bad. So that's when I usually just start meditating, and I start journaling again, and I just do everything that usually calms me down, you know. And I do yoga, and sometimes I exercise, and it gets me, because during that time that I'm maybe doing yoga, and during the time that I'm meditating and journaling, I'm by myself, and I am giving all the time that I have to myself, and it brings back my energy, and I get so much energy. And once I do that, I am actually so energetic. Like after that, I'm usually like, oh my god, I can do anything, I'm so powerful. But other than that, I'm good. So I think I just need to start having more alone time, although it's really hard because I work, so it's just really hard, but I've been trying to have it, yeah. And when it comes to my friends, I'm really grateful that I have a best friend who's very understanding, and she knows me very well, like very well. When I say she knows me, she really understands me, and she knows when it's the right time to shut up, and she's very talkative. If you see this, I love you, but so sometimes she actually keeps quiet for me, and I'm so grateful for that. She knows when it's time for us to go out. She knows when it's time for me to have alone time. And yeah, I really appreciate that, because other people really don't understand that. Most of the times people think they can just come to me and I'll be ready to like go out, like I'll be ready to take them, like they can just come over to my house and I'll like talk to them. But it's really hard for me. At least if you give me a 1 week notice, like, hey Trisha, you want to go out on Saturday, and maybe today is like a Monday, and I'll be like, yeah, sure, okay. I'll have time to prepare myself. I'll have time, to know what's gonna happen. And I prefer when people give me at least a day notice, like maybe it's a Monday and they want to come over on Tuesday, or they want to come over on maybe Wednesday at least. I'll be like, okay, that's fine. Yeah. So yeah, and I've been learning how to say no, I've been learning to accept that it's okay to not be able to help someone. You need to help yourself first. And it's really hard for me, especially me, because I love helping people. I love being there for people. I want to always be there. Like if someone texts me, hey, can I come over, I'll be like, yeah, sure, because most of the times I think they need me. So if someone needs me, I have to be there. But that's not the case, If someone needs you, like, yeah, someone needs you and you should be there for them. But sometimes you need to be there for yourself. Like if your mental health is not okay, you don't have to be there for them, because you need to fix yourself first before you fix other people or help fix other people, Yeah. And yeah, that's something I'm learning to handle. So, and not just say no with an excuse. I'm actually trying to say no with no excuse. Like, hey, can I come over? No. No, with a heart. And most of the times I don't mean it badly. I just mean that you can't come over because I need time to myself. But I'm gonna start saying no with no explanation, because I am not obligated to explain myself to anyone. If someone wants to come over to my house and I say no, I don't need to explain myself. It's my home. So no, like, just don't come over, because I can't deal with people today. Yeah, but sometimes people come over with no notice at all, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to kick you out, but I can't. Except a few people that I can tolerate. They know themselves. I always welcome them in my house. Baby calling me. She's very okay. Anyways, so I used to struggle a lot during school days, because in school you have to socialize. Like, you can't escape it. You'll talk to teachers, you'll talk to dadas, and what are they called, guards. You'll talk to your friends, you'll talk to the people in school, your classmates. And I was the monitress, so I was always talking. Sometimes I didn't want to talk, but I had to talk because they were very noisy, and I just had to tell them, guys, shut up, all the time. So that kind of made me look like a really rude person. And I heard that people think I'm rude, and I always wondered, like, why do you guys think I'm rude? But now I'm realizing, okay, now I understand why they thought I'm rude. But I guess it's fine, that's their opinion, and I respect everyone's opinion. It's fine if people still think I'm rude, even though I'm not. But yeah, that's their opinion. If I'm rude, I'm rude. Okay, so in school, sometimes I'd like not be in a good mood because I've been socializing too much, and I'd be really quiet, and people would be like asking, Trisha, are you okay? And I understand that maybe they were asking because they wanted to help, but they also need to understand that sometimes you can't help someone because they don't need help, you know? Yeah, sometimes people my nail. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes people don't need help. They just need time to themselves, you know? Yeah, like I just needed time to myself. So I'd go quiet. Like I'd be talking and then I just go quiet. And people would think I'm in a bad mood or that I am being rude as usual, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to recollect my energy and get it back together so I can come back and talk. So most of the times it will be like this. I'd be talking and then I'd go quiet. And then I'd be quiet for a very long time, and then I'd come back and start laughing, and then I'd be very energetic, and then I'd lose the energy again. So my brain was always reminding me, Trisha, be careful. And I never listen to my brain or my heart or my body. I always just do things my way, and then it comes back to me and it's like, I told you so. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, now my nail, man. Okay, now I'll listen. I'm very sorry for that, you know. But yeah, what I've learned so far as an introvert and as a person who suffers from anxiety and other mental illnesses is that to listen to your body. Like, your body isn't just your stomach that you're hungry. Your body is your heart, your brain, your legs, your feet and hands, everything. Like everything, you need to listen to everything. The way your body is expressing itself, your body language, you need to be. That's why they always say pay attention to yourself, you know, not just other people. You need to pay attention to yourself as well, and it helps you learn a lot about yourself. That has helped me a lot. I've learned a lot about myself and my personality that I actually didn't know. I always just thought I'm a normal human being, but sometimes people are not normal human beings, that they have problems that they have to fix, and they have traumas that they have to heal from. And it's okay to have problems. I'm sure everyone has problems, and that's the thing, we all have problems, and we usually think that we're the only ones suffering, but everyone is suffering. That's why they always say be nice to everyone. You know, you never know who's suffering and who's not. And I usually just keep it in my head that everyone is suffering, so just be careful with your words, your actions, and everything. So yeah, that's something that I've learned, to be present in my body. And if something is not right, you have to leave. Like if something is not serving you, and if oh yeah, and also listen to your intuition, because your gut feeling never fails. So yeah, that's something that I've learned so far, to listen to my body, to actually listen, to process what I'm feeling. And yes, it's very helpful, something very helpful, that if you actually do it all the time, I promise you, you'll see changes. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, or if not enjoyed, at least learned something, even if it's not a lot, at least one thing, you know. As I say, at least learn one thing a day. Every day you have to learn something. Just one thing is enough. Yeah, I hope you guys learned something and you got something from this video, and I hope maybe I helped by opening up a little bit. And yeah, please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all.